All right, ladies and gents, we're going to get started shortly. I appreciate everybody dialing in. And we'll get started in about 60 seconds. And if you're watching this one on live, type live. And if you're watching this on replay, type in replay if you're watching this on replay. And we'll get started in about 60 seconds. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Go ahead and get some of these oils popping. We like to get the prosperity oil working. And we're going to go through a couple of different oils today. Just some quick oil hacks. Some you know, some you don't. So we'll share that with you. We got a lot of great information for you tonight. I appreciate everybody dialing in. We'll give it about another 20 seconds. You can grab your paper and pen. Send out any last minute text messages to your team. And again, if I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, I'm one of your resident diamond ambassadors here at GoDesana, Will Zanders. And we'll get some of these oils on right quick. I'll tell you a little bit about them in a second. We have just literally the most exciting essential oils in the history of the business. And our goal tonight is going to be to share with you some education on our essential oils, why they're so amazing. And then on the second half of tonight's GoDesana Essential Oil Class, the GO class, we're going to share with you some science and research about some essential oils that you may or may did not know. So we'll get started in a second. I want to thank everybody for dialing in. Got our water rolling. I also took the liberty of pouring myself a fresh cup of Nova coffee. For those of you who are not familiar with Nova coffee, you can get with the person who invited you to this webinar. That's another one of our products from our Green Organics family of companies, HBN, as a lot of you know. So before we get started, I'm going to put on a couple of essential oils. One I'm going to do, and this is for anybody who does any type of public speaking. This is called Letting Go of Fear. This is an amazing essential oil. I highly recommend it. And all of this stuff is going to be on recording for you on the Facebook Live as well. We even get it uploaded to YouTube. And before we even get started, I want to give you our disclaimer. Two of them, in fact. This is very important. Number one disclaimer is that we can't claim that our products can treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Okay, so anything you hear tonight is going to be personal testimonials from individuals and our personal experiences, as well as some third-party peer-reviewed medical research. So we're going to give you some raw science tonight. We're going to give you sources so you can do your own research and education. But just know that we cannot claim that the products treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And if a doctor happens to say that they can have some positive effects, we'll reference the medical journal where those resources come from. And those disclaimers are very, very important nowadays because you've got too many network marketers out there, too many companies claiming that their products can do certain things with no research, no science, and just a lot of talking, which keeps in a lot of social media posting, which can get your company and yourself in trouble. So we always want to, as our CEO, Paula Scarcella says, protect this house with quality research and quality training and education, not just on our products, but also in the compliance department. And shout out to Troy Dooley for doing an incredible job of that. So that's our first disclaimer. Our second disclaimer is that these essential oils are not toys. Okay, you should not leave these essential oils out to be played with children. You shouldn't leave them out around pets. This is serious business. And I know, Will, that sounds like it's too much. Listen, we have a video that is available on various Facebook groups, and it's called Responsible Cautions. It's also available on SoundCloud from GoDesana and Alexandria Brighton, and it's the Responsible Cautions audio. If you have not heard the Responsible Cautions audio, that is the number one safety resource about our essential oils. And secondly, each one of our essential oils, as I'm sure you noticed, is going to have a QR code. Before you use the essential oil, I highly recommend that you look the QR code up or look it up online and see the safety precautions and the safety group around the essential oils, how it should be used and how it shouldn't be used. Okay, so that's the 2 disclaimers. And whenever you decide to do an essential oil training with GoDesana quality essential oils, I highly recommend that you use those 2 disclaimers as well. Okay, so don't forget that. Compliance is key. All right. Now, this first oil we're going to use tonight is called Letting Go of Fear. All right. I'm not a very scary person. I just want to show you the right way to use this if you are the type of person who doesn't like public speaking, or you feel as if you're not doing really good with public speaking. Okay. You just want to take a couple of drops, 1 or 2 drops right there. Rub it around very lightly. Don't rub it too much. Keep a light coat on your hands. You want to inhale through the nose. Take a deep breath through the nose. Get all that air into your lungs. Okay, then you can exhale through your mouth. And any oil that's left over, what I just like to do is either rub it on the inside of your elbows where you have blood vessels at. Okay, you can use that topically for that particular oil. All of our oils are different. Some oils you don't want to do that with. Okay, others you can. But that's why it's so important to learn about the individual essential oil you're using. Okay, that's called Letting Go of Fear. And I'm going to use another one right quick. This is a super fun one. This is the first essential oil I ever used from GoDesana. It's called Prosperity, because who doesn't like money? And what I'm going to do with that one, I'm just going to dab it a little bit on my wrist and then just rub it around and then get a quick whiff of that. Because who doesn't like making money? Okay. And so that one right there is on the pulse points and can go right into the blood vessels right there on your wrist. Now, here are 2 things. One thing about, before we get started into the actual scientific training of it, let's do a couple more things for you. I don't know if you have heard this particular thing or not, but one of the best things about being involved with this company is the network that you become a part of. You're going to hear about some incredible information just by being a part of this GoDesana family. And a lot of times information has nothing to do with essential oils. Sometimes it's about some unrelated stuff in health. So for example, did you know that earlier this year, France actually banned, like the iPhone 12, all right? And they're actually currently testing the iPhones 13, 14, and 15. Now, why would the country of France tell Apple that that particular iPhone can no longer be sold in France? Why, you ask? Because that particular iPhone, as well other iPhones probably, give off some radiation that when the French government did tests on this, they found that the radiation it gave off was not good for human beings. So especially for your eyes. Okay. So one of the things I've been recommending on every single call that we do in every single training is that you need to invest in some blue light glasses. Now, they don't have to be expensive. They can be from Walmart. They can be from Amazon. You can get them for as little as $6. But I politely recommend that everyone, even if you have perfect vision, okay, if you're on your cell phone or on your laptop or anything like that on a regular basis, which I know most of you and your children are, I highly recommend you getting and investing even as little as $6 or $9 on Amazon or $6 at Walmart on blue light glasses to protect your eyes. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you get them from. That particular thing doesn't have anything to do with essential oils, but the bottom line is this is a pair right here. I don't know where I got this pair from. This is a pair from Amazon. The cheap ones is probably my favorite. Got this pair too. This is a really pricey pair of blue light glasses right there. You don't need the pricey pair unless you want it. I'm gonna just use the cheapest ones. I love them, and I can immediately tell after a couple of weeks of using blue light glasses that my eyes were under less strain from the laptop and the cell phone. So I highly recommend them. If you don't know what to get your friends or family for Christmas, 1, get them an essential oil. 2, get them some HBN superfoods. And 3, get them some blue light glasses. They will thank you later, especially the kids. Okay. I predict that one of the biggest epidemics in the world within the next 5 to 10 years will be eyesight in children, and also vertebrae problems in children, because they're like this on the phone all the time for hours and hours at a time. Children are going to need chiropractors by the time they're 10 and 12 years old because of these phones. So That's just my personal opinion, not a medical opinion, obviously, but that's the thing, okay? Now, when we talk about how essential oils work, I'm not a scientist. I'm not Alexandria Brighton. I'm not Dr. Pinuel. I'm not Dr. Plant. I'm not Veronica Ortega. I am none of these particular things. All I can do is give the disclaimers and tell you the common sense ways that essential oils make to me, okay? So when I think essential oils, I like to think of CBD oil. Why? Because CBD oil comes from the cannabis sativa plant. Okay, it is undisputed that CBD oil from the cannabis sativa plant can affect the part of your brain that governs relaxation, creativity, and even hunger. This is science. That's research that everybody knows about CBD oil. What people don't know is that CBD oil is not the strongest or most versatile plant oil in the world. Okay, it's just one of the most well known. So there are plenty of essential oils that come from plants that are far more useful depending on what you're doing or what you need. And that's one of the reasons why GoDesana is experiencing the resurgence in popularity that it is. So we're really grateful to CBD oil for getting essential oils and plant oils back on the map and getting the multi-billion-dollar industry of plant oils on the up and up. But we'll take it from here, CBD manufacturers, because there's a lot of plant species out there that have been discovered that we have access to, and literally thousands and thousands of plant species that has not been discovered yet. And if the oil from a plant like CBD oil can affect your brain and make your body and your brain do certain things and experience certain things, other plants, if they're chosen properly and formulated properly, other plants can help your brain and your body to do other things too. So it's really about finding the combination of high quality essential oil that's going to work for you. Okay. That being said, one more time, we cannot guarantee or tell you or claim that the products treat, cure, or prevent any disease. We can give you some great testimonials. And if you have a testimonial about essential oils and the GoDesana essential oils in your life, put them in the comments. And if I have time, we'll read some of those incredible testimonials. Okay. So that being said, let's dive into it. Now, our oils are going to be very, very special at GoDesana. First and foremost, because of our formulator, Alexandria Brighton. If you don't know who Alexandria Brighton is, you should probably get to Google as soon as this Facebook Live is over. Or you can go to your own website at GoDesana.com and you can check it out. If you have further questions after that, you can get with the person who invited you to this group or to watch this video and get more information about Alexandria Brighton. She is known as the godmother of essential oils in the Western world. She's incredible, and that is the number one reason why our oils are so magical, okay? The second thing is that our oils, because of the way they're formulated, have a certain molecular weight that allows them to pass through what we call the blood-brain barrier. Now, all essential oils are not created the same. I hate to tell you that. Walmart lavender is simply not the same as lavender from GoDesana. I just got to put that out there for you. All essential oils are not considered the same. In the common sense reference, because I like to use common sense, I'm not a scientist, it's the difference between the low gas at racetrack, the leaded super low 79, whatever that is, and the premium gas at Chevron with Techron in it that's 93. There is a difference in the quality of oil that you put in your car. I can't even put regular gas in my car. It'll mess it up and void my warranty. I don't want that. You don't want to put regular essential oils in your body. Your body's way more important than your car. And you got people out here trying to shop on Amazon and on other kind of stuff talking about these essential oils good enough. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're putting things on your body and in your body, I want you to get out of the mind frame of good enough. Okay, you want the best. This is not your car. You're going to have 100 cars before you die. You only got one body. So when it comes down to that, I don't want anybody who I know ever getting CBD oil from a gas station and essential oils from Walmart or Whole Foods. Y'all better cut that out. You only got one body and you want to use the highest quality, purest, most potent oils in the world. Okay. The third thing I'll tell you is about first harvest rights. Now, this is going to be a new concept for some of you, but this is simply goes to the credibility of people like Alexandria Brighton and Paula Scarcella, Veronica Ortega, and others who put this thing together. First harvest rights is when, for example, a farmer who has a lavender field, be it in France or be it in Bulgaria, and the farmer has a bunch of lavender. Now, the farmer's going to make a phone call to some companies and say, hey, do y'all want to get this lavender for your essential oils or your perfume or whatever else? Well, guess what? They're going to call Alexandria Brighton first. And they're going to say, hey, AB, this is Farmer Bob from Bulgaria. We've had a great relationship with you over the entire decades and decades. You've brought us so much great business. We have such a great relationship with you. You're a true formulator who puts our plants at the forefront of what's going on with the world. We want to give you first harvest rights. Do you want the best of our crop for your company, GoDesana? Alexandria says yes. Paula cuts the check, and boom, we get the products and the oils are formulated, and that's where the magic happens. Now, once GoDesana, because of Alexandria Brighton and Paula and Veronica and their knowledge and relationships that they've built in this industry, once we get the best of the crop, the other essential oil companies can have the leftovers. We don't really want all that, so they can have the other stuff, okay? But that's the testament, and that's the importance of the relationship and respect that people in the industry on the farm side have for people like Alexandria Brighton. I've never seen anything like it. It's phenomenal. And after all of the good lavender's gone, whatever scraps are left over, that's going to be for your Walmart and your Amazon manufacturers and so on and so forth. They haven't been around long enough. Nobody cares about that. And again, we don't buy that type of stuff, all right? Now, next up, the essential oils that we have here at GoDesana are going to be formulated with intention. Intention is very important. We're not going to teach a class on the power of intention right now, but just know intention is a thing. And last but not least, when I talk about intention, just briefly, I want you to know about a study done by Dr. Masaru Emoto. He's a Japanese doctor. I believe he won the Nobel Peace Prize for either science or medicine, but he wrote the book Miracles or the Secret Language of Water or the Miracles of Water, something like that. And what that is really about is when he would take water, he would talk to the water. He would say positive things to the water. Then he would freeze the water and he would look at the water on an electron microscope and look at the different designs of the water. Okay, very beautiful crystalline designs. Then he would take water and he would say mean, hurtful things to the water. Okay, he would play, hard music and stuff that didn't sound good. Then he would freeze the water. And then he would look at that water on a slide on an electron microscope. And it looked terrible, jagged, very ugly images, okay? So what he noticed was the frequency, the intention, the vibration, your voice, all affected the water scientifically, okay? Now keep this in mind. Because it affects water, it affects oils, and any liquid substance can be programmed just about with your intention. And all the science and the research is pointing to that direction. So get out and read a book. The stuff will really impress you. So before you use these essential oils, it's really important for you to put some positive intention out there, to even pray about the essential oil, that it does what you want it to do, because this isn't just mumbo jumbo. This isn't just spiritual teaching. This isn't anything to do with religion. I'm simply telling you the science says that if you pray over your food, especially your drinks, for example, you send positive information and positive intuition, it will literally alter the molecular structure of what you eat or drink. This is science. Don't come from me. Read a book. Okay? The same thing with your essential oil. So what you think about at the moment that you're using essential oil is going to really influence you. And that is why our essential oils sometimes have names that are very, very indicative of what they do. Okay. And for the ones that don't, hopefully we'll get the names to kind of line up with what they do over time. Okay. That being said, essential oils are amazing. And let's dive in to 3 quick hacks that I really like. And then on the second half of the call, we're going to be talking about the science of essential oils. And if you have any testimonials about your experience with essential oils, put those in the comments. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is going to be the liver detox shot. Now, this is fun. I highly recommend this for anybody who has a compromised liver or fatty liver. Well, Will, how do I know if I have a fatty liver? Here's one clue, okay? Here's one clue. If you are eating what you're supposed to eat and exercising how you exercise, but you still can't lose no weight, it is possible, okay? One possible cause could be that your liver is taxed or your liver is just working overtime and is not getting the job done because you might be older or you may have a fatty liver or some type of other condition that will compromise your liver. One of the things I noticed when I was on my weight loss journey with the Green Organics family of products, I was losing weight, and then I plateaued right around 27 pounds. I couldn't get past 30 pounds. And if I did get past 30 pounds of weight loss and I ate one thing, one carb, I would gain 4 or 5 pounds immediately, okay? And then I was talking to another one of our Diamond ambassadors. That's going to be Coach Stephanie Ray. And she was like, Will, you should try the HEPA detox shot. And I was like, what's that? And so here's a recipe that I highly recommend you use. I've talked to Alexandria Brighton about this as well, and she confirmed everything. And when I started using this particular thing that I'm going to show you right now, my weight loss got back on track within 2 or 3 days. It was amazing. So I have about that much water, not much. I don't even need that much. And I'm going to put about 5 drops of HEPA Detox Essential Oil on there, okay? Now, that being said, I always want you to talk to your healthcare provider, your medical professional, but don't just take my word for this stuff. Do it the way that your medical professional or healthcare provider dictates to you, and that'll be great for you. I'm just showing y'all what I do, okay? Now, the real recipe is going to call for the juice of a freshly squeezed lemon, okay? Now, I have lemons in the kitchen. I'm not about to go get up and get one. What I do have is lemon essential oil from GoDesana. Now, I'm going to tell you, the lemon essential oil, although it is amazing, it is not the right recipe for the HEPA Detox shot. The liver detox shot with HEPA Detox Essential Oil specifically calls for lemon, a freshly squeezed lemon. However, in the absence of that, you can use lemon oil and it will have almost the same result. Not the same result. Okay, we're going to operate with integrity here. We're not going to tell you, oh, it's the same as a freshly squeezed lemon. It's not. But it is almost as good. And so you want to get a couple of drops in there, of that in there, of the lemon essential oil, because you can use that in a pinch. No more than 5 drops of the HEPA Detox oil, the freshly squeezed lemon. I would use the whole thing. And then too, I just give that a little swish. And this is something that I'm going to do. Do I even have any of this over here? I got a little bit of this. Now, this is something that I do. You don't have to do this. This is something I add. This is fulvic acid. This is from the HBN side of the GoDesana family of companies, but I love fulvic acid. This is not the right group or training to do a call on that. But you can get with the person who invited you to this group and they can tell you about HBN fulvic acid. So I'm going to mix that up. Okay, give that a good swish. And now I have a HEPA Detox shot with fulvic acid, okay? Right there. I can literally feel my body turning into a fat burning machine. This stuff is amazing. And you should not do the HEPA Detox shot more than 7 days in a row. That's all you need, okay? So it's fantastic, all right? Now, the second hack I'm going to tell you before we get into the science, we're right on time on the call, by the way, is going to be with lavender frankincense oil. Now, this is going to be one of my favorite GoDesana oils. I absolutely love it. I just talked about this yesterday. Yeah, and once a day with the HEPA Detox shot for 7 days, no more than that. All right, it's very, very potent. Be very careful with that stuff, okay? And the recipe is literally in your back office as well, all right? I didn't make this stuff up. So lavender, frankincense. Now, lavender and frankincense are going to be 2 of the most popular essential oils in the world. It's lavender, frankincense, peppermint, and lemon are going to be probably be the top 4 selling essential oils in the world as far as singles, okay? Now, when we got a chance to get lavender and frankincense in the same essential oil, I flipped. Because who doesn't like saving money? I was buying both of these separate anyway. Now, one of the things I did, this is me personally, I love to inhale these. I'll tell you why in a minute. But you can also add lavender oil, peppermint oil, or rosemary oil to your shampoo. Why? Because lavender oil, rosemary oil, and or peppermint oil are clinically proven. Go do your research. Don't take my word for it. Are proven to help with hair growth. Now, I can tell you when I first started with the Green Organics family of companies, I was balding. I'm going to just give y'all a heads up. Since I've been using these products, I'm going to tell you to GoDesana essential oils. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it right now. Also on the HBN side, I've been using black seed oil, fulvic acid, Nourish, and Body. So if those sound really confusing to you, get with the person who invited you to this group and they can educate you on the HBN side of products. However, when I added lavender, frankincense to the mix, it got amazing. This is one of the ways you can do it. Now, again, this is just me. You can talk to your healthcare provider about how it might work best for you. I'm going to just tell y'all what works for me. So I'll take a drop of lavender or frankincense, and I'll let it hit my scalp. Okay, the second I feel it hit my scalp, the next thing I'm going to do is just rub that in there and just rub that on my scalp. Now, for me, some of y'all might be tender-headed. Some of y'all might have sensitive skin. So you might want to go ahead and put that with a carrier oil. I highly recommend a carrier oil. Everybody ain't bulletproof like me. Don't try to be me. I'm just letting you know, okay? Leslie, we're going to talk about protein in a second. Great question. Another thing I like to do with the lavender frankincense, without a carrier oil, but preferably with it, it depends on your skin tolerance, okay? I would put a couple drops in my hand. I'm going to rub it around. I'm going to give me a real big whiff in through the nose and then out through the mouth. It is an amazing fragrance, okay? I'm going to take what's left and I'm going to put it on the back of my neck, but I'm going to rub it up into the roots of my hair. Now, I see that y'all can see it there, okay? Please understand, and yes, the tips of my hair are dyed purple. That is actually on purpose, okay? It's not, oh, discoloration, no. So once you roll those up into the roots of your hair and the back of your neck, ladies and gentlemen, I was balding, okay? I'm going to just tell you, I was balding before the Green Organics products. I don't know if any of my guys are balding, okay? But fellas, if you want to get your hair, I'm just telling you my own personal testimony. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These products are ridiculous, okay? Now, let's talk about why they're ridiculous. And yes, and quick pause for the cause, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give a big shout out, kudos to our CEO and founder, Paula Scarcella. She has joined us on the live. Donna Jacobs as well, one of our rock stars from corporate, has joined us on the live. Y'all show her some love in the chat. Let her know how grateful we all are for her putting this GoDesana thing together, for revamping the compensation plan, for bringing over a dozen products to GoDesana, new products in the last 2 months. It's been amazing. And let me tell you what you better not do. Do not start messaging her and Donna on Facebook. Don't start doing that. Don't start Facebook. Don't start doing that, because we will have her block you. You can just talk to her right now in the chat. Let her know you love her. She loves us. And that's that. Do not be messaging our CEO, blowing her up on a Monday night. We will delete you. Okay. Don't be doing all that. They got business to take care of, and they are not customer service. They are not your pen pals. Okay. That's our CEO and owner, and we treat her with the respect that she deserves, and we love everything she's doing. Okay. So that being said, let's dive into the science behind this. Okay. The science behind this, which is really amazing. And let's talk about lavender oil right now. We're right at the part of the call where we shift over into the science, okay? Now, when I do scientific research on GoDesana essential oils, I don't use Google a lot. I don't use WebMD and these other crazy sources. I sure don't use mainstream media. My first place for research, and yours might be too, is going to be PubMed.gov, okay? PubMed.gov. Now, when I talk about PubMed.gov, it's phenomenal because PubMed.gov is the #1 repository for third-party peer-reviewed medical research, okay? The #1 site in the world for peer-reviewed medical research is going to be PubMed.gov. And the thing I love about it, pause for the cause one more time, I see 2 more of my fellow Diamond ambassadors right here in GoDesana. I want to give a big shout out to Coach Marcus Jones, who put this whole thing together with the Green Organics family of companies, and also one of our rising stars, one of our new diamonds, Isaac Williams out of South Carolina. He is on the call as well. They are both GoDesana diamonds, and those guys are phenomenal. I love working with them every single day. They're incredible. Okay. That being said, we're looking at the PubMed.gov, and it's going to be third-party peer-reviewed medical research. What does that mean? It means that there are doctors there that do scientific research on different things in the medical world, in the scientific world. And when I say this third-party peer-reviewed, it means that other doctors who are not getting paid to do this research, okay, are going to check this information out and vet it and make sure it's legit. Okay, this is not some lobbyist or some company paying doctors to write medical books and this type of third. This is third-party peer-reviewed research, okay? So when I'm in PubMed.gov, just one of the things I found, because there are over 3,000 articles on lavender. Let that sink in, okay? And one of the articles on lavender essential oil was published in June. And I wrote down the wrong date. I think it's June 2022. I don't know why I wrote 2024 here. But the point is, PubMed article from June. I think it was 2022. And it was the effects of lavender essential oil And this is what it found on lavender essential oil. The same lavender that is in our lavender blends, our lavender frankincense, our lavender oregano, all of the lavender in our lavender apothecary, which is in the back office at GoDesana. This is what they found. And they studied 36 different studies, and 20 of these studies, 16 of these studies, they removed because there was some type of compromise or the doctors were getting paid. So they were like, oh, well, 16 of these studies don't even count because you don't have a non-bias to give people real in-depth scientific information. So only 20 of the studies were left, okay? Out of those 20 studies, 7 of them with lavender oil, essential oil, were on humans, and another 5 were on animals, okay? And here's what they found in the human trials and the animal trials. Number 1, they found that lavender essential oil caused faster wound healing. So when people had a cut or a bruise or some type of gash or some type of issue of a wound, the doctors found that using lavender essential oil, inhaling it, using it as a carrier oil, don't put it directly on the wound, but around the wound, cause faster wound healing. So kind of like on the kids love X-Men, the series, and they love people like Wolverine because he gets cut and he heals really quickly. Lavender essential oil is the closest thing some of y'all gonna get to being Wolverine. So if you ever want faster wound healing, lavender is something you want to have in your home medicine cabinet for sure. But remember to read the safety precautions and do not apply it directly to the wound unless it's a bruise or something, and you use a carrier oil if you have sensitive skin. But at the same time, that's why these QR codes are here, so nobody has to be ignorant about the safety group and how to use essential oil safety without hurting yourself. These are serious business, which is why we don't leave them out around children and pets, okay? The second thing that the doctors found in that PubMed.gov study was that lavender essential oil caused increased collagen expression. Now, hear me out. Oh, and Tommy, you my type of guy. If you got a bug out bag, you my type of guy, buddy. We keep the Tri-Remedy and the lavender stocked in there and a bunch of other stuff as well. We'll talk about the top 10 essential oils you need in your bug out bag in case a zombie apocalypse pops off. We'll do that on another call, okay? So lavender it caused increased collagen expression. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know that collagen is something naturally occurring in your body that decreases as we get older. That's a fact. A lot of people are smart enough to consume products that have collagen, wink, wink, but also a lot of people get collagen from Amazon and all this other type of stuff. Here's the point. No matter how much collagen you consume, it doesn't matter if your body isn't going to express it properly. Your body has to know what to do with this internal collagen that's coming in that wasn't originally in your body. So if you're taking an anti-aging supplement, I don't care where you get it from. I don't know what company it's from. But if you're taking collagen, which everyone over the age of 40 should, hear me out, you should be consuming lavender essential oil, inhaling that, and maybe putting some of it on some different areas of your body in line with the responsible safety precautions, because it's going to literally signal to your body the right things to do with collagen for healthy skin, nails, and bones and things of that nature, okay? The third thing that this particular study found, and this is specifically, Leslie just asked this question, is that the doctors found that using lavender essential oil, okay, and I mean real lavender, not that Walmart synthetic lavender fragrance, I mean the real deal, that French lavender, that Bulgarian lavender, that real deal, it found that lavender enhanced protein usage in muscle and skin tissue. So if you're having a problem, as a lot of people do, your skin is going to start to deteriorate as you get older. Your muscle is going to start to deteriorate as you get older. Look, that's making me want to get an extra dose of this lavender right now. You go ahead and get you some lavender, roll that around with that, and just get it on your neck, on your carotid arteries, and get that all up into your hair. I'm just telling y'all, man, I got so excited just now reading this stuff. I want to have bigger, stronger muscles as I get older and better skin. So that's all things that lavender does that a lot of people don't know. And you can get lavender right in your GoDesana back office. And Lord forbid you're on auto ship like you're supposed to be. You even probably got some gift cards, and you can get a bottle of lavender for like a couple of bucks when you use a gift card, and you can send those other gift cards out to your friends and family and share this information with them and tell them to get some lavender from our lavender apothecary as well. Okay. In my opinion, based on the research I was doing earlier for you, you can literally build a 6-figure business around just our lavender apothecary essential oils of lavender, lavender chamomile, lavender oregano, lavender frankincense, and lavender ice. You can build a 6-figure income by becoming an expert with those specific oils and printing up the real research and sharing the research and education with your friends and family, okay? Top educators are top earners. Never forget that, okay? The next study that we'll talk about as far as lavender, and then we'll move on to a different essential oil. This was from an April 2018 study that was in PubMed.gov, specifically from the Clinical Journal of Nurses of Oncology. Okay, so this is cancer we're talking about right now. And remember that our products, we do not claim that they treat, cure, or prevent any disease. I'm just giving you third-party peer-reviewed medical research that you can go find. And this is from PubMed.gov, the National Institute of Health government website. Okay, so anybody got any issues with that at the FTC, they can go to talk to the government. Leave me out of it. All right, now here we go. There were 70 cancer patients, okay, that were undergoing chemotherapy. This is not an advocation of chemotherapy at all. I'm an advocate of you talking to your doctor, your healthcare professional, and figuring out what's best for you, talking to your doctor and your friends and your family. However, these 70 people were all cancer patients, and they were all going through some type of chemotherapy. Now, this is why doctors started to study lavender essential oil. Here's why right now, okay? Because there were studies done, one by MD Anderson, okay, MD Anderson, the medical facility, everybody's heard of MD Anderson, that cancer will grow faster and harm you more if you are in a high anxiety state. Basically, if you're stressed out, cancer is going to be way worse for you. It's not saying that stress causes cancer. It might. That research is still in development. But stress and anxiety make cancer way worse and will kill you faster. Okay? That's from MD Anderson. Also, Elaine Howley, who's an award-winning researcher, been writing over cancer for decades, also did some studies and research that found that lack of sleep also contributes to cancer growing more rapidly and messing you up and killing you faster. So 2 of the things you can do for anybody who wants to avoid cancer but who has cancer, even if you're having a natural regimen or chemotherapy, whatever you're doing, you can have a stress-free life. It's hard to do, but you need to have that, and you need to get a lot of sleep. Okay, that is what all the research points to. So they took 70 patients. They had a tea tree group, tea tree essential oil, Melaleuca essential oil, tea tree, which is the Latin name for it, tea tree. They had a lavender group, okay, and they had a placebo group, all right? When they finished the research, the tea tree group and the placebo group showed no reduction in stress or better sleep in the cancer patients. However, the lavender group had, and I quote, significant reduction in anxiety and much better sleep. And so that group actually had better results from their cancer therapy because they had less stress. The doctors didn't take any stress out of their life. They still had bills and they still had cancer. They still had family stress like everybody does, but their brains handled it so much better with the lavender oil. So for people who are sick or don't want to get sick, or you just want to have better sleep or maybe less stress, guess what? That lavender, you need that in your life. It's amazing, okay? Now, the next thing that we'll cover, that's enough on lavender for today. Let's move on. We couldn't go on. Remember, there were over 3,000 articles on lavender, and that was just on PubMed.gov. Now we're going to move on to another one of my personal favorite essential oils, which I always have on hand. This is going to be myrrh. Now, myrrh may sound familiar because it's in the Bible. This is one of and thank you, Tommy. I'm glad you enjoyed the knowledge. I love doing research for our products to share with our GoDesana community. We love y'all, and we want you to have all the relevant information so you know the power of how good these essential oils are. Now, we got myrrh, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, myrrh is really, really special to me, not just because it's in the Bible, but there are over 800 articles on myrrh in PubMed.gov. Okay. And this actually is the same myrrh, right, from Africa that the three wise men bought baby Jesus. They bought frankincense, like lavender and frankincense. They bought frankincense, and they also bought myrrh, and they also bought gold. And prosperity essential oil is the closest thing you're going to get to gold in essential oil. Just hear me out. Quick testimonial about prosperity. I used this oil last month. I talked about this, and the very next day, oddly enough, I received 3 direct deposits that were unexpected to a bank account that I don't even use, and those direct deposits totaled $750. To this very day, I still don't know where they came from. I didn't want to look. I didn't care. I just went right to that bank account and took that money out because I was like, I don't know where this came from, but I love it. And the only thing I can tell you I did differently, this was not no commissions from GoDesana. This was literally from unexpected checks out of nowhere. And that was Prosperity Essential Oil. In fact, another quick story about Prosperity Essential Oil. I think she might be on this call. If Leslie's on this call, Leslie was talking to me a couple of weeks ago as she was joining GoDesana, and I asked her what her big reason for doing GoDesana was. She said, I got to pay off my student loan debt so that I can have money to spoil my grandkids and spend with them. And I said, that is noble. Let's go ahead and get you started with GoDesana. She got on the Oil of the Month Club a couple of weeks back. She purchased Prosperity Essential Oil. And look, oh snap, Leslie's on this Facebook Live right now. Leslie, can I tell them your story? Can I finish telling the story? Is that okay? Can I get your permission to share that? And I saw the screenshots. Okay, let me make sure I have permission to tell the rest of Leslie's story, because this Prosperity Essential Oil is the closest thing to solid gold I've ever had. So she says yes. So Leslie sent me a screenshot, and I have this on Facebook Messenger. She knows it. And she had over $50,000 in student loan debt. And she's like, man, I got to pay this stuff off. I got to get rid of this stuff so I can start spoiling my grandkids and stop spending money every month on these student loan debts. The next day, kid you not, she got her Prosperity Oil. She used it. The next day, literally like 24 hours later, she sent me another screenshot, and her student loan debt over $50,000 was wiped out. Leslie, can you confirm that I got the story right? I don't need to post the pictures. Your word's good enough, but you did send me the pictures and the evidence, and I was like, wow, I don't even know how Prosperity Oil works. Maybe Alexandria or Veronica can do a class just on prosperity. But I remember talking to Veronica, and she said, Will, all the GoDesana oils are magic, but y'all need to be starting off with prosperity. She said you need to be, Veronica might be on this call, I'm not sure. But if she's on this call, she said, hey, you need to be starting off with prosperity. So no matter where y'all are at in the realm of the Seasons of Success Essential Oils, get y'all some prosperity. We don't care what organization you in. Get that, and let's see how to holy crap. Look, okay. Look at what Belinda Smith said right here. Now, y'all, I got to make sure I'm reading this right. Belinda Ann Smith, who's been with us for a couple of months with GoDesana. I know Belinda. She's a fantastic young lady. Belinda, who's your sponsor here at GoDesana? Who introduced you to the opportunity? Belinda said right here, the exact same thing happened to her. $66,000 in student loans paid off with Prosperity Essential Oil. We don't even know how it happened. Coach L.A. Balfour as well. Coach L.A. said Prosperity Oil blessed him too. Oh, Sonic Jones. See, Sonic Jones. He's going to be in Atlanta. So the one and only Coach Sonic Jones sponsor, Belinda, got her introduced to the products. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, do you know a 50 BV auto ship of oils is worth less than $66,000 of debt you won't have to pay? And here's the crazy part. If you get one of these GoDesana essential oils and you don't like it for any reason, you know you can return the empty bottle and get your money back, no questions asked. We believe in our products at a level. Whole Foods ain't doing that. Amazon ain't doing that. Walmart ain't doing that. I'm so excited for Belinda and Leslie. That's a combined over $100,000 in debt relief, and they're telling you Prosperity Essential Oil. Don't no company have that? Don't, man, y'all keep playing with this stuff if y'all want. Now let's move on to myrrh. We got about 10 minutes left on this call. I'm excited. We got to get this whole thing up on YouTube. And let me see what Shauna just said. Shauna said right here, she said she just did a HEPA detox shot and her congested nose is wide open in minutes. In minutes. Thank you, Paul and Alexandria. God bless us all. Amen to that, Sean. I'll see you next week in Atlanta as well. This is exciting. So let's talk about myrrh, because we can talk about testimonials all day, but this myrrh is about to blow you away. So myrrh is in the Bible a whole lot. We know it. Let me give you 10 things about myrrh from PubMed.gov, scientific peer-reviewed medical research. Let me give you 10 things about myrrh you might not know. Number one, myrrh is an anti-inflammatory, okay? And inflammation is the root cause of over 200 diseases. So I see why myrrh was so popular thousands and thousands of years of human history. Anti-inflammatory. Number two, myrrh is an antioxidant. When you see antioxidant, I want you to think anti-aging, because oxidation is aging. It's called oxidative stress. Okay? Yep, this weekend. You're right, Shauna. I'll be there. I'll be in Atlanta. Okay? Myrrh is anti-aging. Okay? Number three, myrrh is antimicrobial. You know there's a bunch of microbes and germs and things like that that can get on you and hurt you, get in your lungs and stuff. Guess what? Myrrh is an antimicrobial. Number four, this is fascinating. Myrrh is a neuroprotective, which means it protects your brain. All right. Now I'm going to do more research on that one for you, but just know that according to a March 2023 scientific journal article, myrrh is a neuroprotective. That's number four. Number five, myrrh is anti-diabetic. From a type 1 and type 2 diabetics, I'm not claiming that the product can treat, cure, or prevent any disease, but guess what? You might want to invest in some myrrh and read the medical research for yourself, okay? Number six, this is a big one. This is a big one. Hear me out. This is what the doctor said. I didn't say this. This is from PubMed.gov, okay? Myrrh is anti-cancer. Okay, there are certain types of cancer that myrrh has an incredible result against, all right? Again, do your own research. This is just what I found in PubMed.gov, all right? Next up, myrrh is analgesic. I didn't even know what that meant. I had to look that up. Analgesic is a fancy word for pain relief. So myrrh helps eliminate pain. Number eight, this is really good. We're going to come back to this one later. Myrrh is anti-parasitic. Okay, anti-parasitic, all right? And yes, this is going to be recorded. This is going to be posted live in our GoDesana testimonial group. And if Coach Marcus Jones can get this downloaded and uploaded to our One Team, One Dream YouTube channel, you can share this link with people who need this information or use it as an educational tool for yourself. Okay. Now here's number nine. Now number nine, I almost hesitated to read this to you because I wanted to make sure that I got the quote right, specifically from the doctors in PubMed.gov in the March 2023 article. And this is a quote. This is a quote. Okay. We're talking about myrrh. All right. It was found to work against respiratory infections like COVID-19. Now stop. Don't go crazy. GoDesana didn't say that. Will Sanders didn't say that. I'm giving you a word-for-word quote from a PubMed medical journal. Okay, you can look it up yourself. March 2023 is the article. Several doctors were involved in that, and that's what they said. It was found to work against respiratory infections like COVID-19, end quote. All right, and I'm giving you the disclaimer there because we have to always operate in the terms of compliance with products this amazing. But again, go do your research yourself. All right, that is a quote from the PubMed doctors, not from me. All right. Last but not least, myrrh is mentioned in the Old Testament and the New Testament over a dozen times. This is really, really safe. It looks so exciting. I just got so excited about reading that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the myrrh right quick. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to go ahead and get that myrrh in my life. There it is. I'm just get 2 drops right quick. And that's what I do. Get it right, inhale, get it on my skin and get it up into the roots of my hair. Okay, that's what I do right there. And myrrh is spelled M-Y-R-R-H. Okay, so that's what we do right there with myrrh. It's amazing. Let me give you one more article on myrrh and we'll wrap up very quickly because I think we have a little bit of extra time. It is a very pungent scent, is myrrh. So here's one more article, and this is from an August 2001 article on myrrh from PubMed.gov, National Institute of Health. And this is going to be an article about phasio, it's hard to pronounce it, but basically a parasitic infection. Okay, it starts with F, phaseolysis. It's a parasitic infection. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but here's the thing. there were 7 patients. These are human beings. They had a parasitic infection in their body, a parasitic infestation. And how did the doctors know? This is gross, but hear me out. They were passing the parasite eggs out in their fecal matter. Okay, hear me out. So they were grown adults. These are human beings. And they literally had so many parasites inside their body that when they went to the restroom, eggs were coming out. Parasite eggs were coming out in their fecal matter. Disgusting, I know. And this is what happened. Okay, they took myrrh. All right, myrrh orally 6 days in a row in the morning on an empty stomach. Now listen, do not go take our myrrh and start shooting it in the morning. Don't do that. Read the responsible safety precautions, and then you can research ways to maybe make a myrrh tea or dilution of myrrh. Don't do it. You will mess yourself up just trying to take our straight myrrh. Don't do that. Do your research on responsible safety precautions. I cannot emphasize that enough, okay? So they took myrrh 6 days in the morning on an empty stomach, and this is what happened. Number 1, within that 6 days, they had a noticeable improvement in the condition. That's number 1. Number 2, within that first 6 days, they had an amelioration of all symptoms. So all the parasite symptoms went away. They said amelioration of all. All the symptoms went away within 6 days. Number 3, within 6 days, they saw a dramatic drop in the number of eggs that was in their fecal matter. And right here, Ronnie says, mix in a teaspoon of honey. Hey, sound good to me. Y'all better not take this straight. I know that. Okay. So they had a noticeable drop in eggs after 6 days. And number 4, after the treatment, they checked on them in 3 weeks. Okay. No eggs within 3 weeks post-treatment. 0 parasite eggs. Okay. And then 3 months after they took that myrrh, they only did it for 6 days. 3 months later, they checked on them again. They were nearly back to normal. Myrrh had no toxicity and no side effects, and they were almost all good, 99.99% perfect and recovered, and they probably just did a little bit more myrrh, and they were good to go. So you just saw 7 adults in a PubMed.gov study from August of 2001 that had such bad, nasty parasite infestation, they were pooping out literal parasite eggs. And these people were literally assisted in their condition by myrrh. Now, the article uses a bunch of strong language. I'm not going to do all that for compliance purposes, but research it yourself. August 2001, article on myrrh and PubMed.gov. This stuff is phenomenal. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a little bit of information since we have some time on frankincense, because the frankincense, you can get it separate or you can get it with the lavender frankincense. Either one. This is all anybody getting from me for Christmas. It depends on how much I love you. If you like my extended family, you'll get a bottle of prosperity. If you my immediate family, you'll probably get prosperity and lavender frankincense. And if you somebody who sent me a Christmas gift, you'll probably get myrrh, lavender, frankincense, and prosperity. That's the only Christmas gifts I even give people these days is essential oils. Period, point blank, and end of story. Melody asks right there, will myrrh help with constipation? I'm not 100% sure. I didn't research that. There were literally, let me see, there were over 800 articles on myrrh. I only went through 3 or 4 of them. But you know what? Do your research. You very well might. I hope so. That would be amazing. So this is what we got for frankincense. There are over 1,000 articles on frankincense in PubMed.gov. And here's what's really cool. This is a June 2022 article. As we wrap up, we got about 5 minutes left. In a June 2022 article, it said that the natural product, and this is an article on how frankincense combats infection. So yes, it talked about all that stuff, but it said right here, this is a quote, natural products are considered to be safer than synthetic drugs. That was really interesting for me to read, that actual medical doctors, MDs and PhDs and whatnot are talking about, and I quote, that natural product, and it was specifically referring to myrrh and other essential oils. It was really interesting to watch them say that natural products are considered to be safer than synthetic drugs. That was really amazing to me. You don't hear a lot of that in the news. You don't hear a lot of that in school. But doctors are, as of 2022, new medical research is coming out literally every day about how incredible essential oils are. Here's one more. There was a 2014 article from January 2014, and it described and talked about, scientifically, of course, how frankincense is an anti-inflammatory, okay, antiseptic, anti-neurotic, anti-anxiety, pain relieving, anti-stress, antibacteria, and also helps with ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, asthma, bronchitis, leukemia, and tumors. So basically, frankincense does dang near everything. It is really, frankincense and black seed oil have got to be two of the most incredible things in the history of the world. If we could get like a frankincense black seed combo like that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Paul is still on here, but that might be something to look at. And last but not least, there was an article from May of 2022 on frankincense that talked about how frankincense is helped with arthritis, multiple sclerosis. We were talking about that earlier in the group. So there is peer-reviewed medical research that frankincense does have benefits for people suffering from multiple sclerosis. It helps with eczema for your skin and cancer, certain types of cancer. So again, not my words, peer-reviewed medical research from PubMed.gov. Y'all can check that out. And so that's what we got. So that's going to bring us to the end of our product training tonight. If y'all enjoyed that, if you feel like you got some value from that, please put a 1 in the chat. Let's see right here. Fun fact. Synergistics of whoa. Okay. So shout out to Morgan. Morgan says right here, fun fact, synergistic effects of lavender mixed with anything compounds the potency of the oil it's mixed with as well. So the frankincense, the chamomile, the oregano with the lavender is going to be stronger because of that. Okay, thank you so much, Morgan. We appreciate you. All right. Now, right here, is a question from Katrina King. And Shauna said a kit with them all. Shauna, if we had a kit with all the oils on there, it would probably be about 5 bands. And one thing I did notice that when we joined the Green Organics family of companies, it was Paula's vision that she would have companies that people could actually afford to become a part of, either for free or for $12.95. As much as we want to have a big kit with like $7,000 worth of oils in there, that's not feasible for most people, unfortunately. And we want a company that not just the top 3% of people can. We want a company that everybody can afford to be a part of, with products that quite literally can enhance lifestyles and change the world. So we love that. And right here, Katrina says the top 5 essential oils you should have. My personal top 5, I can tell you right now, we talked about some of them tonight. Katrina, number 1 is prosperity. Because when prosperity helps you make more money, you can go buy whatever essential oils you want. So number 1 is prosperity. Number 2 for me is going to be lavender and frankincense. Why is that? Because lavender and frankincense are 2 of the ones that I would buy no matter what, because of all the stuff that you saw today. But the fact that we can get both of them in the same bottle, it's amazing. Number 3 is definitely going to be myrrh. I've always had myrrh as a special place in my heart. And number 4 and 5 are going to be a surprise for you. Number 4 is going to be lemon oil. Lemon oil has some amazing health benefits. It's super inexpensive. And the reason I love lemon oil is because we can get so much of it for such a great price. We can sample it out. So I can have a bottle of water. I can put 8 to 10 drops of lemon oil in that. I can give it to a friend and say, hey, try this lemon oil water. And as they're drinking it, becoming refreshed, I can read them the top 10 benefits of lemon essential oil. And they're going to be like, man, not only does the water taste amazing, it does all that for me too. I don't need lemonade. I need lemon water with lemon. So lemon is going to be one of the top selling essential oils in the world. And we have the best lemon in the world. And let me give you the last one. This is one that I have not trained on yet. And this one is going to be very, let me make sure I'm not missing any great comments right here. And you're welcome, Cindy. So glad y'all enjoyed it. Okay, so Eve, here's a great question. Eve just had a great question right here. Now, most of you here are in GoDesana. You're not in HBN. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are relations of essential oil, okay? So we do have prosperity essential oil, but then we have prosper essential oil on the HBN side, okay? The reason why we're going to go with prosperity essential oil is because what we talked about earlier. One, you're going to get more oil for your money. That's number 1. You get a much larger bottle. The ingredients are the same, but the ratios are different. And for some reason, I don't know why, we've seen really special testimonials with this one. We've seen amazing testimonials for Prosper too, but the testimonies with Prosperity are more amazing. It may be because of the intention that the oils are formulated with. Could be anything. So we prefer that one. You can use whatever one you want. Obviously, we just want you to have it. But yeah, they are similar, but they're not identical because of the ratio, how much oil, and the intention behind the bottles. But great question, by the way. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't going to share this one because it's so complex, but it is called Eve's Daughter. And now I'm going to tell you right now, what you bet not do is go buy all of the Eve's Daughter from the back office. Why I tell you why it's so special, okay? If you look at the oils that are in Eve's Daughter, in fact, you know what? Next Monday night, I'm going to do a special training on just Eve's Daughter. And this is why, okay? If you look at what's in Eve's Daughter, which is absolutely phenomenal, we got some amazing oils in there. But if you notice that Eve's Daughter includes within it all of the women of the Bible essential oils. So if you see Ruth in there, Rahab, Tamar, Mary, all of those blends have 5 or 6 different oils in them. So those blends have 30 or 40 oils in them. All of those oils are in Eve's Daughter. So there are probably over 40 to 50 distinct essential oils in this bottle. This bottle probably should be closer to $97 a bottle. I'm going to, if not more, if not somewhere within the $100, $200 range. For some unknown reason, I hope they don't change it, but Alexandria and Paula have clearly lost their mind, and they are giving us the most expensive, the most intricate, the most complex, and the most just packed full of incredible oils in the history of network marketing. There has never been and will probably never be again, based on my research, an oil as complex as Eve's Daughter. So what we're going to do next Monday, everybody go ahead and get you a bottle. I got several. I don't play. I got several. And I'm going to buy some more after this call. Y'all bet not buy it all and not have none left for me, because this is an amazing essential oil. And I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to do a training next Monday. It's going to be from 8 p.m. Central Standard Time to 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. We're going to do a training on this Eve's Daughter, and we won't have anything else to talk about on that training because we got a lot of information, and I'm going to have to probably do at least a day or 2 or 3 of research just on the oils in here to get you the information so you really understand what we have our hands on with this Eve's Daughter. It is phenomenal. I've read it once. That Eve was the last gift that God gave man, because he had already given us the sun, the stars, the moons, the animal, the fish. Men were even here, but Eve was the last gift that he gave man prior to Christ and the Holy Ghost. So Eve's Daughter is a big deal. It's a big deal. And we'll talk about that next Monday, okay? So I love y'all. Thank you for your questions. Thank y'all for being super attentive. We will see everybody in Atlanta this weekend. If you're not coming to Atlanta live, please message me on Facebook. Try to catch the live stream. It's going to be amazing. We love you. God bless you. Have a great night. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll catch you next Monday.